Yo, what's going on? I don't mean to rush into this, but I really hate webinars where they just talk about themselves and they just pitch you at the end with no value whatsoever. This isn't gonna be that. It's not even a webinar, it's an actual training. So if you're an online coach or consultant and you're looking for a proven way to really get scaling consistently and predictable, and you want to get out of the trenches, meaning you're spending hours and hours and hours on your IG DMs and joining random Facebook groups, doing organic marketing way because they taught you this was the way, and you're tired of it. You're stuck at the same level and you want your time back. You want to be earning more money, but more importantly, you want to be helping more people with your business. Then this training is for you. What we're gonna go over is literally a no bullshit overview of the exact systems and automatic mechanisms that I've used to help online coaches and consulting businesses scale predictably. More importantly, like consistently and predictably. I've said that already, whatever. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna be distilling it down literally to a step-by-step blueprint that you can just copy and paste today and use it. As an online business owner, if you're stuck between 10 to 20K months, then definitely watch this, implement it. I mean, if you're doing it organically, just wasting your time on DMs, random reach out methods, doing hashtag things, I don't even know, and you want to actually be launching profitable and scalable ads and installing a proven automatic client acquisition system that's going to allow you to, get off the phone, to actually scaling revenue and growing your business. So that's what we're going to be going over today. Yeah, let's jump into it. Here's how we use the AVX system to help online coaching and consulting businesses scaling 16 weeks to 50K and beyond. So in this video, again, I'm going to teach you everything that I just said, but more importantly, I'm going to tell you and show you the entire process behind the actual AVX system, literally pulling back the curtains and just showing you everything, because I need you to implement this so you can grow your business and you can help more people, right? So if this looks very complex, don't worry about it. We're going to go over it today super quickly because I want you to actually get going on your business. This is going to be the last video you're going to have to watch to actually get closing and getting out of the trenches so you can work on your business and not in it. So I hope that's clear. And even so, I want you to even get this started today so much that I'm going to show you the master onboarding document that I give my clients to just start and get going. And actually just to show you behind the scenes of everything that I do with AVX and how you can actually implement this today. Let's get going. Honestly, the way I see it right now, in the market, we have 3 different stages, right, of business. So if you're in the 0 to 5K a month, I consider you a beginner, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're there in the 0 to 5K a month, this is for you. I mean, if you're there, you're at a point in time where you're not gonna be able to implement this and actually see a lot of results. So if you're there, this isn't for you. You can still watch it. Who I'm aiming this for is people, and I like to call them glorified freelancers, right? Because even though you get 5K months consistently, or even sometimes you hit 20, you're stuck in your business, not working on it. And because you're doing that, you can scale your business and actually give the results your clients are paying you for, which is a huge issue. And then after you watch this video, you're gonna have the step-by-step blueprint to actually get you here, an actual business owner. Listen, like I said, if you're 0 to 5K a month and you're a beginner, you don't have systems. You don't have a product really, and you're just stuck between being purely organic, right? Something I like to call, and I don't coin this. So actually, one of my previous clients, they said this. They were basically posting and praying, right? So you're posting online, you're posting on IG or TikTok, hoping to get viral, and probably getting some, follows and stuff like that. And then once you get a follow, you hit them with the DM. Hey, what made you follow me? All this bullshit. That's not gonna get you to where you want to be, right? You probably have some lucky hits. You're afraid to invest, so that's why this isn't for you if you're in this scenario, right? So if you are what I call a glorified freelancer on the 5 to 20K months, really what my goal with this training, man, is get you here, honestly, get you to 30 to 100K months consistently, automatic, literally, and I'll show you how that's done and how I've done it with previous clients, right? If you're here, you probably have some clients, but retention is rough. You don't have a system in place to put your clients into a different bucket of products or offers that you have to keep them in your pipeline. It's tough. It's not scalable. You're doing everything organic. Maybe you dabbled into ads, and I'm going to touch into that. You're spinning your wheels. You are better at sales that you used to before, but growth is inconsistent, growth is unpredictable, growth is very unstable. You're joining random Facebook groups. I don't want you to do that. You're DMing people super randomly, like, hey, what got you to like my post about this, about online dating, if you're an online dating coach or whatever. You're searching hashtags on IG or TikTok and liking content. And back to this, maybe you hired an agency, but it was a total failure. You were confused because you probably hired an agency and you had no idea what was going on. And I've seen businesses, like previous clients of mine, that actually had to fire the agency after I came in because they just had no idea what was going on. They were getting super random fees. They were not understanding what was going on in their business, etc. It was just horrible and a fucking nightmare, right? So if you're there, if you're here, don't know what's going on, don't know what's next. You're trying to find the best hidden Facebook groups online, and it's just it's just complicated, right? Or you think ads are risky. This is for you. You have to watch this, okay? And this is where I'm going to get you today. After you watch this video, you're gonna be able to implement the systems to get you here. You're gonna get to 30 to 100K months consistently with scalable systems. Your offer is gonna be productized. Even if it's a high ticket offer like 15K, like you will be able to productize that automatically. Yeah, basically lots of profits, healthy margins, healthy, happy clients, happy team, happy owner, which is you, and consistently and predictable growth, which is where I'm gonna get you. So I know this might look complex and weird, but I'm gonna jump into it right away. Right? So something that I want you to understand is with the AVX system, it's all done for you, right? But in this case, if you want to implement this by yourself, have added this. I'm just going to show you everything. You have 3 different types leads that are coming through. So either you own the leads through an email list, or what we're going to cover today is basically paid media and how you can just leverage ads, which is better than organic, unless you have like 5 million followers, but even still. So with paid media, the cool thing about paid media is that ads are going to just bring predictable traffic, and you're going to be able to have clear targeting to who do you want to show this to. And nowadays, man, honestly, Facebook and even TikTok, their algorithm is just way too smart. They're smarter than you, and even when you put an ad out there with the real concise messaging, it's going to target the right people. So once you do that, once you implement ads in your system, you're going to get predictable traffic to a source that you want. So either it's a VSL, either it's a lead magnet, either it's free training that you're gonna have, even to your Facebook group. Like you can do all of this through paid media. So I know this looks kind of weird and confusing, but it's basically with paid media, you can send people to a VSL, to an opt-in, and then once they're here, they either have an option to just get out of the page, which is just a lost lead, whatever, to a CTA. So you're gonna have them to opt in, to just actually opt in through a form or a quiz or whatever it is. So for example, if you're a dating coach, you're sending people to, the best opening lines on dating apps with 99%, conversion rate. I don't know. Or you are a fitness coach and you're sending people to like an opt-in to like a free guide or whatever. Once they opt in, then they get a confirmation email or message. And what's cool is that in this specific stage, we actually implement something called the MMM or triple M, which is basically the money multiplier mechanism. It's literally a proven messaging system that we've implemented with different clients that get incredible, stupid, disgusting open rates and click-through rates as well, which is also very important. But even still, you can keep it super simple, right? I actually have another training where I actually give you the actual mechanism. It's in my YouTube somewhere, right? So if people do not opt in, you can do remarketing. You can do this with ads as well. That's why ads are so incredible. So if you do remarketing to those people who didn't opt in, you can literally just send them to the next step of the opt-in, right? So once they opt in, you can basically just send them to the actual VSL, the webinar, or straight for the kill and be like free consultations for 15 minutes. Again, with the dating coach, same thing. Hey, you just downloaded the best free guide for this. I actually have 15 minutes to help you land your first 5 dates, right? So that's like the next step. You can do so many things. This is why I hate when organic coaching marketing people are like, just send 100 more DMs. Like, dude, you can't track this stuff. Or even if you could with setters, if your setters are not seeing progress, they're just gonna quit. And then you're gonna have to rehire setters, retraining. You're just wasting time. Again, this is why I say it's so important to spend time on your business, not in it. Once you have this system in place, it's all automatic. And I'll show you in a little bit. Hopefully I don't forget. For my fitness client, he's actually one of the biggest names in the fitness industry. Huge audience. But once we implemented the ads and paid media system, in 3 days I got them like 1,000 something leads, and after 14 days almost 4,000 leads, hundreds of applications as well. It's all consistent, it's all predictable. And if we just want more leads and more applications because the business is slow, we bump up the ads. That's it. Everything's taken care of by itself. It's all automatic. And it's all through the AVX system. It's all through this system that I'm showing you today. This is why ads are incredible when done correctly. Reason why I do not like agencies is because they kind of like, once you hire them, they either put like a filter between you and them, and they don't show you what's happening behind the scenes, or even worse, you don't know what they're doing, right? So, which is horrible. That's why I don't like agencies, or there are some good out there, right? But most of them, they just want your money, and it's horrible. They don't want to grow with your business. Right, so after they opt in, confirmation email and SMS, you can do this obviously automatic. Please, if you're doing this manually, do not. Like I once had a coaching session with an online coach, and big audience, 20K or something followers. And the way they were doing this is literally through IG, putting a question box and be like, drop your email address, then putting all the email addresses in an Excel sheet, exporting and importing that into like email service. Horrible. That's wasted hours. Yes, you can hire a setter for that, but it's going to take you time to hire the setter. Again, I digress. Make this automatic. Have a software for this. Right, you send them through the webinar, all this stuff. I'm going to zoom in. I'm so sorry. And then once they opt into whatever is the next step, you put them in a nurture sequence, email reminders, SMS, and if it's for a call, you want to make sure they show up. There is a system for this as well to make sure they show up, reminders, homework, all this stuff that you want to get them right after they opt in for a call. You want to make sure your opt-in rates are high. If they're super low, like less than 50%, you're doing something wrong and there's something missing here. There's a leakage here that you need to fix, right? The cool thing about this is that in this step, like after you already validated this process and you're getting people to opt in and doing all this stuff, you can actually place a setter, right? The setter is going to follow up with these people as well. Even though you're still sending emails and SMS automatically, you can have a setter to or actually, engage in conversations, right? And helping people go through the process and, making them go further down the funnel, right? So we call this automatic nurture sequence. Basically, the sequences are obviously, you write all your sequences as well. I recommend you do like 3 email sequences once they opt in. You don't need more than that. Some people overcomplicate this process and they're like, 15 in-doc, fuck that. 3 emails is enough. Once you do that right, you're good. Again, with one of my clients, almost 5,000 leads, opt-in, like click rates are ridiculous. They're like 25 something click-through rate, and then open rates are like, it's stupid. It's really good. It's something like 60 plus, which is awesome, right? 60+%. So if you implement a setter, it's going to help you. You make sure they get the VSL, they get the webinar, they get whatever mid-funnel content that you have, the resource basically. And if it's for a call, you can have the setter, make sure they're going to show up, right? They're going to show up. All you have to do now is, rather than sending this all yourself or DMing people randomly, you just have to sit down and book the call and close the call, right? So this I call automatic sequence. So let me show you this real quick. I know I've talked about the 3,000 lead example. You might think this is complex. It takes a lot of time to set up, or that you need a huge budget for ads. Completely wrong. The AVX system does it all for you, right? You don't need a huge budget. The client that I was talking about, we're getting 50 cents a lead with the right ad, the right messaging, the right copy in the ad, the right landing page, all that stuff, which is all done for you, by the way. It's super simple, right? So yeah, so that's all there is. And once they go through the sequence, you either have the call with them, or they either get the free lead magnet or whatever. And then here's where you either have a setter and a closer go through this process as well. And if they get DQ'd or disqualified because they're not a great fit, just put them in the general broadcast list and just keep sending emails normally. And these emails should be like a remarketing, right? Like to get them on a free 15-minute phone call, because if they're not good, if they're completely like not a good fit, they're either unsubscribe, which is fine. And if they are, but they were just internally having some sort of rejection, keep nurturing them and remarketing them for a free 15-minute call or some other mid-funnel content. They'll eventually convert. But this is what I call funnel leakage. We want to make sure we minimize that, right? If they're a DQ, general broadcast list, send a normal SMS, normal emails, and then put them back into remarketing. and eventually they'll fall into place, right? Now you get into the sales and call booking, which a closer can do for you. It's either a demo or it's either like an onboarding call, which I love to have those. Rather than an actual sales call, you just get on a call with them first, they sign, and then you actually onboard them right away. And then eventually they become a customer. You give them excellent value. Of course, they give you a case study or testimonial. And what's cool with this is that you can also plug that into your opt-in to make sure that your opt-in page is even stronger now, because you have, proven client results and testimonials, and you can just put them everywhere, right? So that's basically it. This is the entire system, and you can build this stuff so that it's completely automated for you, and all you have to do is the initial work, which is writing all this stuff, putting the ads on, and start getting leads and leads and leads and leads and leads. Your sellers will be working them through DMs. But again, this is not where you're coldly reaching out to people, which is just a huge mistake a lot of organic coaches do all the time, right? We don't want that. We want to make sure it's all automatic, right? And listen, I know this might sound crazy and way too easy. I did too. When I started implementing this, I was like, wow, like it's not like once I did all of this research and started implementing it with clients and saw results, I had to package it, deliver it consistently, right? In a way that I was like, it's a sin if I don't share this with people and business owners, because chances are you're a really good business owner, you're a really good online coach, you're a really good online consultant, business owner, but you're just lacking the systems in place so that you can actually scale and impact the lives of more people, right? So when I show you this, like, can't you see how different your business will be when you get new leads coming to you every day, and you don't have to wake up thinking, oh my God, I have to reach out to like 50 more people today, or join X many Facebook groups and all this stuff. Your business starts looking different. You start looking at your business in a different way. This is just a systemized approach that I implemented. This is just the entire system. Automatic generation of leads, automatic nurture, automatic close when you actually have a setter in place and a closer in place. That's it. It's really that simple. And I'm have to show you a couple pictures too, so I'm not BSing. I've helped my clients make more than $12 million online. I work with clients like Clover Health, Rumble Boxing, Ideal Image, Athletic Brewing, Jackson Hewitt, BioLane, IFCA, and more. I've worked directly with agencies at Microsoft, Google, and Facebook. I've mentored more than 800 businesses through trainings, live calls, speaking gigs. I've spoken on stage to more than 400 businesses on Facebook, Instagram. You get it, right? This is me just on stage. So from January to May, tripled the revenue from Facebook ads. Again, here, this is 45 days of automating all the systems, right? So 870K in revenue with 149K in spend. This happens when you have the system automatic in place. Automatically nurture, automatic generation of leads, automatic closing almost. Obviously, this was a high ticket offer. So closers and setters were in place, but it was so automatic. The business owners were not DMing people. The business owners were not on Facebook trying to get more leads. Everything was automatic through ads. This was from May to June. This is $2 million in revenue with $344,000 in ad spend, right? A crazy and disgusting ROAS. And when you see total track sales, it's because they did payment plans too. So total track sales, but the total generated was this. This was another client, 2,700 leads in 14 days. This was not done through organic, not done through anything. It was automated lead gen, guys. This is what I'm trying to ingrain in your brain. You can do this automatically through the right systems. 50 cents a lead, 2,300 leads, which is pretty awesome. Honestly, it's crazy when you think about that. It's all automatic. It's all the system. My goal is that right now, you know exactly what you have to do to automate this process. Your online coaching, online consulting business, you can just automate this stuff so that you can start, instead of being a glorified freelancer, you're here, you're scaling. Chances are you're burnt out from all the organic marketing, and frankly, all that stuff is unscalable. And I want to get you out of that, because I would just hate to see you living a life of hell where everything's just manual, organic, DMs. What happens once you get that limit where Instagram's saying something like you're limited to this many times, this many actions a day or whatnot? Then you're stuck. Then your business is stuck, right? Once you implement a system like this where it's all automatic, you're sending people to a landing page, you're tracking that, you can do remarketing, everything's just automated. You do all the work first and you start putting money into ads and it's just flowing and flowing and flowing and flowing. This is just a system on how it's supposed to work, right? And this is all done for you, right? With AVX, we do all this for you, all of it. So it's basically a plug and play kind of system, and your business starts looking differently. And in 16 weeks, you're already scaling, which is pretty awesome. So now I'm gonna show you inside of the actual master onboarding document. Yeah, so it's literally 7 steps, guys. 7 steps. In 7 steps, you're already set up for success, and we can get started in this entire setup. It's pretty cool and pretty badass. Yeah, you join the Slack community. You give us access to your Facebook so we can run your ads. And the cool thing about this is that we actually teach your team to actually do it too. So you don't depend on us. We actually teach your marketing team to do it for you. So you can keep marketing in-house and just grow your team. You don't have to start hiring a bunch of different freelancers for it. You complete a marketing questionnaire so we have enough data so that we can start building your assets. You book a one-on-one call with me so we can get launching. You provide assets because we actually do the ad creatives for you because, as I said, after $20+ million in ad spend, I know what works. So we actually do the ad assets for you, the static creatives, we do it for you. We do a lead magnet ideation, and then I give you access to our software too. And you can give access to as many team members as well. So yeah, it's pretty dope. But that's all there is. I mean, now that you've learned how ads are the best way to solve your traffic problem, and you see it this way, because honestly they can give you predictable, consistent, and clear traffic, clear targeting traffic. I'm sure this is what you've been looking for, because that's what you need to get from here to here. It's really simple to just launch and scale this entire system, and you can start seeing a return in just 7 days. My other client, in 3 days, 1,000 leads, you can get working. It's pretty cool. So if you want to learn more on how to, have us apply this for you, then there should be a link in the description. We can book a call and see if this is a good fit. But I hope you learned a lot. I hope you get working on this stuff. And if you have any questions, please reach out. Right now, you basically have 2 different options, right? Path A, you try and do this by yourself, which is awesome, get working. I would just hate for you to fail. So do use me as a resource. Path B is booking a call with me. My calendar is down below, and we can get working. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, do let me know. And I will see you on the next one.